And the word goes out, everything's set here. As the sun comes out, we get ready to race. 25 lap qualifying event here. Top four will make the move to the feature. Bill Gronley giving the 1 lap signal as the field comes by, and 1 lap will go for 25. The Daytona 25 to get us underway here today. Tony Strupp in the 12 car on the pole. Once again to the outside, the 22 of Kenny Lund. The field picking up speed as they head to turn 4. Out of 4 they come, green flag, and we're racing. Oh my! Whip for Donnie Leach. Don Leach has a red showing here. Don Leach able to go underway. Yep, some more cleanup going on there in the corner. Try to get a clean one going here in just a lap or two. The winner of this one on the invert will start the feature in the 7th position today. Pretty good starting spot for the winner of this one. There is the 1 lap signal. We're going to try it again here in 1 lap. Tony the Tiger Strupp and Kenny Lund in the front row there. It's Don Leach in the 58 in row 2 alongside Dudley Fleck in the 14 car. Tim Sauter in the 6 lined up next to Johnny Spaw in the 46 car. Here they come picking it up out of 4. Green flag, and we're racing. Kenny Lund going to take the lead out of 2, tucking up to 2nd. The 12 of Strupp. Don Leach to 3rd in the 58 to 4th. Dudley Fleck. Tim Sauter working the inside. Sauter on the squeeze. In touching the wall, the 46 of Johnny Spaw. Sauter squeezes up to 5th. Running 6th, the 51 of Tom Carlson. Johnny Spaw running 6th, 7th, Carlson. Way up near the wall, Ken Lund. Lund drops out of the lead. Tony Strupp taking over. Don Leach able to stick right there with Kenny Lund. Tony Strupp, the 12 car, into the lead. The last transfer spot right now, the 14 of Dudley Fleck. Leach up near the wall. Fleck looks to the inside. He'll tuck back in behind Leach. Now to the inside again. Dudley Fleck up to 3rd. Here comes Sauter. Sauter coming with him. Leach dropping off. Sauter to 4th. And here comes Spaw. Johnny Spaw on the move in the 46 car. Spaw around Leach. The 51 of Carlson around Leach. Carlson up to 6th. A 2-car breakaway, the 12 of Tony Strupp, the 22 of Kenny Lund. And then it's Dudley Fleck. That 2-car breakaway of Strupp and Lund. Great race going on for that last transfer spot. Right now, oh, there goes Carlson. Come on. Sliding through will bring out the yellow. Tom Carlson. taking a trip through the infield, bringing out the yellow here. Here comes Tony Strupp on a turn 4, looking for a green flag, and we're racing. Strupp keeping her pretty low down the front. It's great. Johnny Spaw putting the pressure on Tim Sauter. Sauter holding on to that final transfer spot in the 6 car. Sauter taking a peek to the inside of the 14 of Dudley Fleck. Strupp and Lund. Then it's Fleck and Sauter. You can see Tim Sauter, the hood on the Sauter car, the right side. Looks like the hood pins are missing there. That hood flapping up and down as he goes down the front straight. Sticking right with Dudley Fleck. Johnny Spaw needs to make a move. Coming around this time, 13 in, 12 to go. Tim Sauter another peek to the inside of Fleck. Fleck gonna hold on. Mark Hartline loose in that 30 car. Hartline out of Lake in the Hills, Illinois. Sauter again looking inside Fleck. Fleck again slamming the door shut out of 4th. Brian Hoppy, the 51 car, to the inside of that 65. Oh, Hoppy sliding through the corner, holding on. But here comes Fox to the outside of Hoppy. Hoppy gonna hold position, trying to put that pressure on Steve Seligman in the 65 car. Again, we have a 2-car breakaway. Tony Strupp and Kenny Lund. Fleck and Sauter trying to hold on to that 3rd and 4th spot. Johnny Spaw, the 46 car out of Cedar Rapids, needs to make the move and make it so. Oh, he just did, right to the back end of Sauter. Sauter holding on. Spaw right to the back end of the 6 car and into the wall on Fox. Oh, the rear end of that car all the way up on top of the wall. Now the field picks it up. Out of 4, green flag, and we're racing. Oh, look out. Hoppy went to the outside of Seligman. Everything A-OK there. Johnny Spaw looking to the inside of Sauter. Here comes Spaw. Top 4 go on. Spaw again taking a peek to the inside. Spaw getting tapped by Seligman. Steve Seligman now putting the pressure on Johnny Spaw. And here comes Sauter inside Fleck. And Sauter doesn't like that 4th position. He wants to move it up. 21 in. Sauter able to put a few car lengths between himself and Spaw on the 46. Tom Carlson in the white 51 to the inside of the 51 of Brian Hoppy. They'll be coming around to the white flag this time around. White is out for Tony Strupp. Kenny Lund. Fleck and Sauter. Spaw unable to keep up with Sauter. Those 4 cars should be making the move. Here it is, Tony Strupp taking the checkered 2nd of the 22 of Kenny Lund. 3rd to 14 of Dudley Fleck. And that 4th and final transfer spot goes to the 6 of Tim Sauter. On the infield out of West Bend, Wisconsin. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Tony the Tiger Strupp. All right, the field ready to go here. as they speed it up out of fourth. Green flag, and we're racing. Hansen with a good start. Can he put it in front? He does. In front of the 3 of Tommy Ramatka. Rick Beebe to the inside of Ramatka. Beebe up to second. Here comes Jay Sauter. Look out behind. Look out. Oh, my. The 2 of John Grolick going around, and Kurt Tillman, no place to go for the 101 car. Running fourth, the 3 of Tommy Ramatka out of Milwaukee. Sponsorship from KTI and the Stakeout, I believe, also sponsoring that 5 car. Stakeout. Great steaks delivered to your campsite, to your home, to your motel room. Complete steak dinners from the Stakeout. Here they come out of turn 4, green flag, and we're racing. Tommy Ramatka trying to hold on to that 4 spot. It's going to go to Bobby Wilberg. Wilberg around Ramatka. Up to 5th, the 13 of John Reynolds. Reynolds bringing the 78 of Steve Holzhausen with him. Holzhausen up to 6th. Hansen, Beebe, Sauter, and Wilberg. Holzhausen putting the pressure on the 13 of Reynolds. Holzhausen looks to the high side. Reynolds way down low in the corner. Holzhausen looking for an opening. Al Schill Jr., the 7 car, around the 47 of Jeff Fritz. And here comes Grolick to the inside of Fritz. Dennis Miller in the 43, checking to the inside of the 3 of Tommy Ramatka. Holzhausen on the loose out of 2. He gathers it back together. Steve Holzhausen of the Baker Enterprises Oldsmobile. And Holzhausen having some problems. The 78 car, you work it to the end of the field, and some tough luck for Holzhausen here. Bobby Wilberg in that last transfer spot in that silver 5 car. Reynolds unable to reel Wilberg in, and Wilberg dropping back a bit on the 1 of Jay Sauter. Sauter pressuring the 17 of Beebe. Beebe and Sauter battling for that second spot. Jay Sauter all over the rear end of the 17 of Rick Beebe. Sauter peeks to the inside. The battle for second, a little tense as they head to turn 3. Here comes Sauter. Sauter tucks it back behind Beebe. The top 4 advance. Some interesting racing going on out there. Showing the power in the 5 car. Beebe, usually one of the top runners here for this event, and Rick Beebe unable to stay there with Scott Hansen in the 5 car. John Reynolds, the 13, closing in on the 5 of Bobby Wilberg. Wilberg continues in that last transfer spot. Closing the gap. 19 in, 6 to go. Reynolds within 4-car lengths. Reynolds cuts it down to 3. Bobby Wilbur trying to hold on. He says, let's get this one over. Wilbur loosening up in the corner, and here comes Reynolds. The 5 and the 13 battling for that last spot. Beebe and Sauter closing in on the 5 of Hansen. Hansen may just be posting the victory here. Here comes Reynolds looking to the low side. Wilbur holding on out of 4. 23 in, 2 to go. Again, Reynolds with the pressure. John Reynolds looking inside the 5 of Wilbur. White flag out, 1 to go. Here's your race for 4th coming out of 4. Reynolds again to the inside. Reynolds and Wilbur. Hansen wins it, and it's Beebe and Sauter. Here's the race for 4th. Wilbur got a turn 4 in the 5-car, grabbing the last transfer spot. Oh my. Johnson, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear for Scott Henson. Willingham in the 31 car to the outside of row 2, Brett Sontag in the 05 car out of Joliet. Row 3, Danny Gracianli in the 0 car out of Little Chute, Wisconsin. The 5 car of Bell Pitzel out of Franklin, Wisconsin in the 5 car. The 95 of Donnie Kakelmeyer. Donnie out of Waukesha, Wisconsin. Sam Brinkman in the 92 cars. We get set to go here. Frank Formiller in the Ricochet's car. Here they come, green flag, and we're racing. Fighting Frank in the 9 car out of Oshkosh. Gene Hill in the 6 car out of South Beloit. The 52 car is Steve Dobrats. And Bobby Gutkanek in the 57 car. Gene Hill on the move. Up on the slide. There goes the 6th around. He was having a good run at it. He was having a good run at it. Ringing the yellow out. And he may have been pushing it a little. He brought it along. Well, we understand the 57 car of Bobby Gutkanek is being held in the pit area. Some leaking coming for the 57. Driver out of South Milwaukee. Here they come, green flag, and we're racing. Top 6 moving out of this one. Dodder trying to hold on to the lead, the 83 car. And here comes Brett Sontag to the inside in the 05 car. Sontag on the move. He wants the lead flag in the corner. He and Dodder together. Brett Sontag going to take the lead out of turn 2. Kevin Lang in the 17. Trying to tuck him to that final transfer spot. Lang in the 17 holding on to the 6th spot. Top 6 go on. Lang getting pressure from the 95 of Donnie Kakelmeyer. Brett Sontag holding on to the lead, the 05 car. Then it's David Dodder in the 83. The 5 of Bill Feitzel holds on to 3rd. Sam Brinkman, the 92 car, the Thunderbird, holding on to that 4th spot. Now some smoke coming up from the 92. Black flag out for the 92 of Sam Brinkman. Brinkman trying to get her down to the pit area. He keeps her to the inside here. Some problems for Sam Brinkman, the 92 car. Brett Sontag on a roll here in the 05. Goddard holding on a second. Bill Preitzel running third in the 5. Running fourth, the 52, and Steve Dobrats. To that fifth spot, the 17 of Kevin Lane. And running sixth, the 95 of Donnie Kakelmeyer. Danny Gracielny, the 0 car, putting on the pressure on Kakelmeyer in the 95 car. That's a battle for the last transfer spot. Frank Vormeller running 8th in the 9 car. And running 9th to 31 of Pete Willingham out of Indianapolis. And 10th, Gene Hill in the 6. Gene Hill definitely off the pace a bit here. He had moved up on the field early and now having a tough go at it, the 6 car. Preitzel putting the pressure on the 83 of David Donner. And trying to move up that 52 car of Steve Dobrats. Dobrats really gave a shot to the 5 of Preitzel. Here we go, Danny Gracielny. Gracielny to the inside of Lang in the 17. Had a battle for 5th. And Gracielny moves it up to 5th. Lang trying to hold on to that final transfer spot of the 17 car. Here comes the 95 of Donnie Kakelmeyer. Kakelmeyer to the inside of Lang. That battle for the right to go into the feature. And Kakelmeyer moves it up to 6th. F.W. Vormeller, Frankie Vormeller putting the pressure now on the 17 of Kevin Lane. They're detecting some smoke out of the 52 car. And each lap around, more smoke from the 52. Steve Dobrats dropping back. Black flag out for Dobrats. As he comes by, that'll move that position up. Your leader is the 05 of Brett Sontag running second. The 83 of David Goddard. Bill Preitzel running third in the 5 car. To fourth is the 0 of Danny Gracielny. Fifth, the 95 of Donnie Kakelmeyer. And to sixth, that final transfer spot now, the 9 car of F.W. Vormeller. Two laps to go. Vormeller in the 95 has got that last transfer spot in the Ricochet's 9 car. Rather, the 9 car. Here they come, white flag out for Brett Sontag. Sontag was able to extend that lead, and now right there with him, David Goddard, Preitzel. Here they come out of turn 4. It will be Brett Sontag taking the checkered second of the 83 of David Goddard. Third, the 5 of Bill Preitzel. Fourth will go to the 0 car of Danny Gracielny. Fifth, the 95 of Donnie Kakelmeyer in the final transfer spot. Going to the 9 car of F.W. Vormeller in the Ricochet's 9 car. Picking up the win here in the last chance event for the Mid-American Series. Out of Joliet in the 1994 Cutlass, Brett Sontag with the victory. 25 laps coming up here for position for the 200-lap NASCAR Northern Series feature, which will happen Sunday afternoon, not here Saturday night. It will happen Sunday afternoon. Field will be getting that one-lap signal as they come around here. There's the one-lap signal. And we'll be going for 25 here. The Blackhawk 25, Bobby Hacker and Tom Guiley. Take him out of 2 and down the back straight. Miller and Wilberg in the second row. Wagner and Knaus in row 3. Buzz across and Graves. Laporte, Demar, Bryden, and Danko out of 4. Green flag, and we're racing. Bobby Hacker with a good start. Taking Dennis Miller to the front with him. Hacker and Miller. Guiley tucks it to 3rd. Brad Wagner working the inside of the 98 of Bobby Wilbur. Laporte, the 0-4 on the inside of the 94 of Kurt Danko. Hacker getting the pressure from Miller. Miller backs off. Miller looking at the high side of Hacker. Bobby Hacker holding on the lead. Tom Guiley holds on to 3rd. Brad Wagner to the inside of Wilbur. That battle for 4th. Knaus will tuck it behind Wilbur. Here comes Miller looking to the low side. No go that time. He'll tuck it back behind. Wagner noses it up to 4th. Now Wilbur back in 4th. Now it's Wagner. Bobby Hacker and Dennis Miller. Nose to 10. Wagner now dropping back as Knaus goes to the outside of Wagner. Here comes Wilbur to the inside of Guiley. Wilbur will try it. Knaus to the outside. Knaus noses it up to 4th. Wilbur dropping back. Hacker and Miller breaking away. Knaus will go to the inside of Guiley. Knaus up to 3rd. Guiley back on the outside. Wagner around the 98 of Wilbur. John Knaus to 3rd. Guiley to 4th. Hacker and Miller just pulling it away. Wagner in the 5 car. Looks to the inside of the 7 of Guiley. Brad Wagner trying to move it up to 4th. Wilbur going to the outside of Wagner. Buzz across the 18 car to the inside of Wagner. And here comes Wilbur and Guiley again. Wilbur and Guiley battling for 4th. Wagner sneaking up, looking to the outside of Wilbur. Wilbur to the inside of Guiley. Bobby Wilbur and Tom Guiley battle it out for 4th. Keep your eye on the 103 of Dennis Miller. Noticing a little smoke out of the rear end of that car. John Knaus trying to reel in Dennis Miller in the 103 and Bobby Hacker in the 17. Off the pace, yellow coming out. Off the pace of 62 of Tom Graves. Graves, may be some problems for Miller in the 103. The one-lap signal as we get set to go back. 16 and 9 to go. All right, field coming around. Out of fourth, green flag, and we're racing. Canals looks to the inside of Miller. The battle for second brewing here. Canals to the inside. Canals trying to move it up. Bobby Hacker out by 3 car lengths. The 5 of Wagner, the 98 of Wilbur getting into it. Wilbur well off the pace. Rolling it out of turn 2, Bobby Wilbur. Canals and Miller continue side by side. Wilbur trying to get it into the pits. He does, up and over he goes. Canals tucks back behind Miller. In. 4 to go for Bobby Hacker. Canals again to the inside of Miller. Wagner in the 5, putting the pressure on the 18 of Keith Buzzacross. Buzzacross holds on to 5th. Bobby Hacker by 4 car lengths over Dennis Miller and John Canals. Hacker coming around, white flag out, 1 to go for Bobby Hacker. Miller, Canals, nose to tail. Wagner continues on the inside of Buzzacross. The battle for second. It'll be Bobby Hacker to the line, second, the 103 of Dennis Miller, third, the 13 of John Canals, fourth, the 7th of Tom Guiley, and bringing it home fifth, the 18 of Keith Buzzacross. And on the infield, a 17 car, the WTBO TV 17, Sterling Beers, Shoemaker Irrigation and Landscaping. And he's rolling it in. He'll get all unstrapped there. The winner of the Blackhawk 25 out of South Beloit. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Bobby Hacker. Donnie Leach, that 58 car right at the back of the field, a former track champion here at the Rockford Speedway. Johnny Spawn and Johnny Reynolds taking the field into turn 2 as we get ready for 25. Top 4 advance, that's it. There ain't no more. It's to make the field here coming out of 4, green flag, and we're racing. Brian Hoppy, the 51, moves it up to 3rd. Here comes Miller. Dennis Miller up to 4th in the 43. Larry Middleton Jr., that 71, moving backwards. Tom Carlson gets by in the 51 car. Your leader, John Reynolds, Johnny Spaw running 2nd in the 46. Then it's Brian Hoppy. Hoppy into the back end of the 46 of Spaw. Miller now with pressure from the 51 of Carlson. The last transfer spot up for grabs. These two drivers will also battle it out the NASCAR Northern Series 200 lapper. Carlson moves it up to fourth. Reynolds, Ball, and Hoppy. Then it's Tom Carlson. Holding on to fourth in front of the 43 of Dennis Miller. Steve Seligman, the 65 car, putting the pressure on the 71 of Larry Middleton. Al Schill right there in the 14. Smoker, the 51 of Carlson. He's smoking him off the pace he is. Miller back to fourth. Miller moves it back to fourth as Carlson heads for the pits. Larry Middleton, the 71, trying to pressure the 43 of Dennis Miller. Oh, there goes Brian Hoppy. Around he goes. Middleton gets around. Seligman. Oh, my. And then it's Donnie Leach. Steaming it up over there in turn one. Reynolds, Baugh, Miller, and Middleton. Then it's Schill. And the three of Ramotka. Here they come on a full green flag, and we're racing. Three-car breakaway. Schill putting the pressure on the 71 of Middleton. Don Leach back out the 58 car. Miller peeking to the inside of the 46 of Johnny Spawn. Reynolds, Spawn, Miller, a three-car breakaway. Middleton right there with Schill. Miller peeking again. Again, Spawn holding on. Seligman in the 65, the 51 of Hoppy exchange a little paint there. And Seligman cuts it up behind the 30 of Mark Hartline. Seligman and Hartline exchanging paint. Watch the 65 and the 30. Hoppy on the loose of the 51. Seligman looks to the inside of Hartline. Steve Seligman moves it up a notch. Hartline off the pace. Now he picks it back up. John Reynolds, the top four advancing here. Reynolds, Small, Miller, and Middleton trying to hold on. Middleton with Al Schill all over him. 17 in. Schill looking to the inside. Larry Middleton Jr. trying to hold on to that 71 car to the final transfer spot. Thorson Insurance sponsored 71 car. Arlene's Catering. Thomas Salon. Good folks from Arlene's Catering and from Thorson Insurance. Tom Thorson, a sponsor on that 71 car of Larry Middleton Jr. I'll tell you what, Al Schill just working Middleton over. Larry will not give up that spot. Reynolds coming around 20. Oh, we got a spin in too. Al Schill Jr. bringing the yellow out. Al Schill Jr. winding up down in the mud in turn two. able to back it out of there. And Bill Gronley letting the field know that in one lap, they'll go for the final three here. John Reynolds, Johnny Spa, Dennis Miller, and Larry Middleton Jr. Reynolds brings him out of turn 4, green flag, and we're racing. Al Schill sets up right away to the inside of Middleton. Larry Middleton holding on to the 4th spot. Little bit of Schill's paint on the rear quarter panel of the 71 of Middleton. Tommy Ramatka holds on to the 6th spot. White flag out, 1 to go. Last shot for Schill here. Reynolds brings it out of 4. John Reynolds to the checker. Johnny Spa in the 46, Dennis Miller in the 43, and Larry Middleton Jr. in the 71. All transferred to the 300 lap chance event for the Arco Stars and Cars. On the infield, the 13 car of Rockford and Olds Cutlass. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome John Reynolds. The 50-lap feature set to go off here. Who will be the champion this year? As they come around, everybody off your seat and on your feet, everybody up. Let's wave them on here. 50-lap feature for the Mid-American Series. Everybody up your seat and on your feet. Everybody up waving. Everybody up waving. Good-looking field of Mid-American stock cars ready to go here. Looking good as they head down the back straight. Ready to send them underway. The Mid-American Series 50 lap Wednesday National Short Track Championship coming up here. Paul Locknow on the pole for this one in that 28 car. Driver out of Burlington, Wisconsin. The Budweiser Parkview Sand and Gravel Pontiac Grand Prix. Paul Locknow lining up next to that 78 of Mark Muller. The pace car exits in turn 2. The field looking good. Nose to tail. They start picking it up out of 4. Green flag and we're racing. It will be Muller leading him down the back. Brian Lambie, the 79, tucks it up to second. Lockdown to the inside of Matt Rowe, the 08 car out of Madison, Wisconsin. Matt Skid Row will move it up to third. Here comes Jason Hicks, the 63 to the outside of Lockdown. Brian Lambie in the 78 going to challenge for the lead. Lambie to the inside of Muller. Up to fourth comes a 63 of Jason Hicks. Muller and Lambie. Lambie again to the inside in a battle for the lead. Andy Hot Shoes Weinberg, that 48 car moving up through the field. Weinberg up to fifth. He was the winner of the spring event here at the Rockford Speedway. And look who's coming with him, that 16 Eddie Hoffman. Here comes Weinberg to the inside of Hicks. That battle for fourth. Lambie again to the inside of Muller. Muller trying to hold on to the lead. Brian Lambie in the 79 car to the inside. Lambie by half car length down the back straight. New leader, Brian Lambie in the 79 car. Brian Lambie looking for a first feature win in that 79 car. Muller tucks it behind. Here comes Hot Shoes Wyanberg. Andy Wyanberg. Well, Hoffman to the outside of Wyanberg. Matt Skid Row trying to hold on to that third spot with Eddie Hoffman in the 16 of the 48 of Andy Wyanberg. Battling it out here. Brian Lambie extending it to 6-car lengths. I think Lambie ended up second in the overall points last year for the Mid-American Series. Recall that built a new car mid-season this year. Running 12th in points right now. Here comes Eddie Hoffman. Hoffman to the inside of Rowe. Hoffman up to third. Wyanberg trying to come with him. Tim Ropey just about loses the 56 car. Lambie and Muller, and now it's Hoffman to third. The defending champion and points leader, Eddie Hoffman. 14 in this time around for Brian Lambie. Eddie Hoffman and Mark Muller. They're going to be battling for that second spot. Jim Malinowski to the infield in the 65. Hoffman to the inside. Hoffman up to second in the 16 car. Brian Lambie coming up on the Cosmic Cowboy, Frank Formiller. Formiller goes a lap down. Wyanberg now works the inside of the 78 of Muller. Andy Wyanberg trying to move it up to third. The 48 and the 78 battling for that third spot. Eddie Hoffman reeling in that 79 car, Brian Lambie. Lambie going to be catching up with some serious traffic coming up here. Mark Muller holding on to the third spot with Andy Wyanberg in tow. Running fifth to 08 of Matt Rowe. To sixth, the 7 car of Jimmy Duco. Jeff Storm running 7th in the 25. Running 8th, Jason Hicks in the 63. Running 9th, the 85 of Mark Sontag. And holding on to 10th, Mark Brewer in the 54, getting some pressure from Tim Ropey in the 56 car. Hoffman now nose to tail with Lambie in the 79. The 83 car of Eric Fischel about to go a lap down. David Downer rather in the 83. Fischel's car. Battle for the lead, the 79 of Brian Lambie and the 16 of Eddie Hoffman. 25 in, 25 to go. Brian Lambie with pressure from Hoffman. Hoffman goes to the outside. What a move by Eddie Hoffman. Well, Lambie going to tuck it in front. Hoffman again to the outside. Eddie Hoffman trying for the lead here. Traffic in front. Ball up now. The 28 in front of Lambie. Lambie will have to get off. Hoffman, the new leader. Eddie Hoffman off and running. Top 5 again. Hoffman in the 16 car, the 79 of Brian Lambie. You've got some lap cars all the way back to the 48 of Andy Weinberg. Weinberg almost a half lap down, and he's running third in the 48 car. Mark Muller running fourth in the 78, and running fifth, Jimmy Duco moves that 7 car up to fifth. Hoffman coming around 31 in for Eddie Hoffman out of Westchester, Illinois. Hoffman putting that 0.5 of front Sontag down. Sontag has been running quite well. And Brett now a lap down to the 16 of Eddie Hoffman. 25 car of Jeff Storm getting around the 78 of Mark Muller. Storm moves it up to fifth in the 25 car. Muller to sixth in the 78 car. Your leader, the red 16 of Eddie Hoffman, completing 35 laps, 15 to go. Brian Lambie running second out of Black Creek, Wisconsin, that 79 car. Running third, the 48 car, Andy Hot Shoes Weinberg in front of the 7 of Jimmy Duco, holding on to fourth. And to fifth, Jeff Storm in the 25 car. Hoffman now with a half-lap lead on third place. The 48 of Weinberg. Weinberg in traffic, bringing the 7 of Duco with him. Good battle going on for third between the 48 car and the 7 car. Eddie Hoffman just running away from the rest of the field here. Brian Lambie holding on to second. Hoffman hooked up, ready to go. 10 laps to go for Hoffman. Still that battle for third continues. The 48 of Weinberg. The 7 of Jimmy Duco. Good battle for third. Duco unable to work the inside against Weinberg. Here comes Duco to the inside. Andy Weinberg in the 48, Jimmy Duco in the 7. Eddie Hoffman, 43 in, 7 to go for the 16 car. Brian Lambie in the 79, holding on to second. And it's the 48 of Andy Weinberg, the 7 of Jimmy Duco, and Jeff Storm right there in the 25 car. Hoffman now 45 complete this time around. Continues to pressure Weinberg for that third hot spot. Hoffman in traffic. Spin, Jason Hicks, a 63 car. Oh my, Hicks gonna bring out the yellow. Yellow out as Jason Hicks watching the traffic coming at him in turn 4. Jason's dad, Larry, a former track champion at Lake Geneva Raceway. And they get the one-lap signal. The 3-lap dash coming up here to determine the Winston National Short Track Championship or the Mid-American Series. Senator Conti here looking on, ready to go. As they come out of turn 4, green flag and we're racing. Hoffman with the 05 Brett Sontag is a lap down. 79 of Brian Lambie running second. Then it's Weinberg in the 48. Coming around, white flag out for Eddie Hoffman. The 79 of Lambie, the 48 of Weinberg, the 7 of Duco, and the 25 of Storm. Hoffman brings him out of turn 4. Eddie Hoffman to the checker. Second to the 79 of Brian Lambie. Third, and the hot shoes Weinberg in the 48. Fourth to 7 of Jimmy Duco. And fifth, lap feature, the Winston National Short Track Championship out of Westchester, Illinois. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our winner, Eddie Hoffman. You got her to the front. Nobody could challenge you.
Nah, I don't know what was going on. It was awful slippery out there. I guess it was slippery for everybody. I didn't think I had that good of a car, but it was worse for everybody. It must be the sun came out. We put 2 new right sides on before the race. They were sticker tires. We didn't know what they'd do. We were hoping they're better. I think they were better. We were afraid to put them on earlier than run through the rain and the puddles and the pits, cool them off, so we put them on for the race and turned out to be the right strategy.
That yellow on lap 47 had to make you wonder whether you had enough car to finish it.
I had the car, but I didn't know if I had the engine and the gauges. Both oil temp and water temp were pegged.
Well, you pick up a Winston National Short Track Championship here, coming back for the Bahama Bracket Nationals?
Yeah, we'll come back for the 3rd try this time.
All right, congratulations, Eddie.
Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, Eddie Hoffman. Time to clear out, if you would, folks.